How the heck are you, everybody? I'm Fastidious. This is going to be another kind of informal video. It's pretty late. Most of you will be sleeping when this comes out, but I did want to cover it today because this did happen today. Pratus is getting a banner. This is going to be on FORERUNNER. I don't want this to be clickbait at all. I want you to know that this is happening on FORERUNNER, not on Global. However, it's really important to cover for both servers because it speaks to the fact that the devs are super willing to put Pratus on a banner, which is something I didn't think they would do anytime soon. So when is it happening? Well, I don't know, less than a day and a half from now. Let me pop this up for you guys right now so you can see. Here you go, special ancient summoning. This is currently right now, it's nearly March 15th. It's the end of Pie Day, March 14th. For those of you who celebrate, I'm not even joking. I'm about to have a slice of pie when I finish this. We are celebrating. My brother's girlfriend brought pie. But if you look here, 3:16 right now, I'm 1 hour and 25 minutes away, as you can see, from 3:15. This is happening on FORERUNNER, and it was announced today, which is very strange. We'll talk about that at the end. But like on a Thursday, they said, hey, by the way, on Saturday, the best legendary lord, the best hero in the game is getting a banner. Like I said, I didn't expect this. So duration on FORERUNNER is going to be March 16th to March 18th, so Saturday through Monday. Requirements, whatever. You have to have done some basic amount of campaign, and your account is 4 days older or more. I guess important thing to note, guys, make sure your account, if you're going to start a new account or something, it needs to have been around for at least 4 game days. During the event, the base drop rates of heroes with the same rarity will remain the same. It's a normal like 10x or super rate up, whatever it's actually going to manifest as. However, the drop rates of the following heroes in Ancient Summoning will be 10 times the original rates. Legendary Lord Pratus and Legendary Chaotic Hero Lugaru. I always say Lugaro, but apparently it's French for like Lu, which is wolf, and Garu, which makes a wolf a werewolf. I don't know. It means werewolf in French. Lugaru, who's probably my most wanted. I mean, aside from like getting more dupes, maybe I want Uridan. But besides maybe Uridan and getting dupes of my Ardia, probably my most wanted non-lord that is Ancient exclusive. Crazy banner. Feels like a big cash grab kind of banner. Like I said, I did not expect this at all. Let's go into the game and let's talk about these heroes. Then we'll talk about what I think it means for the game. Gonna be a short video, no intro, maybe even no outro. We'll see how spicy I'm feeling. Not gonna cut. Let's just get into this. So Pratus, best hero in the game. He really is. Bar none. People think Besos is good. People think Hotsit is good. People think Silas is good. He's a bit of everything, ignoring defense, crazy AoE, crazy ability, crazy coverage. He's the Pope for a reason, man. Fun thing, I found out, if you guys don't know Jacobo and you speak Spanish, check him out on Twitch. The Spanish-speaking community, maybe some Spanish speakers can let me know in the comments, they call him Papa, which is how you say Pope in Spanish, which is, it's great. Everyone's just calling him Pope. I'm calling him Chubster, though, because he's a thick boy. Let's call it what it is. Here you go. He's a mage, magic damage dealer, obviously. He is the only lord, and obviously a legendary lord, of the Arbiter faction, the most pay-to-win exclusive faction in the game. I'm not going to do a whole kit breakdown. I have 2 videos on Pratus, but the gist of it is the more Arbiters you've got, the better. There are 2 kind of normal to get Arbiters in Valkyria and Constance. Not the easiest to get, but they're normal heroes, right? Common bucket hero, rare bucket hero. The more you have, the better, but he can run solo. As a lord, you'll unlock these crazy abilities from his... oh my god, where's his lord skill? Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to cut. There you go. And the strength of each one of these, so they power up. They get 3 charges, and it's all... It doesn't even need to be deployed to do this. Again, you can check out my Pratus showcases to do this. I'll probably have a full guide on him whenever his banner comes to Global, which it seems like could be soon. Who knows? I don't know. But basically, he doesn't even need to be deployed. You'll see a button on the right side of your screen. So it'll be like over here when you're in a battle. It kind of looks like the Arbiter logo. It's a circle, and it will charge up 1, 2, 3 times. At 3 charges, it's full, and they each manifest as this. So at 1 charge, you get Verdict of Truth 1, and then Verdict of Truth 2 is with 2 charges, and the best is Final Verdict. Just talk about Final Verdict, I guess. So the number of instances of this happening scales with the number of Arbiters on the team that he is the Lord over. So with him, it'd only be 1, but it is strong enough that it's pretty sweet. For every 1 faction ally present, deals true damage equal to 200% of the Lord's attack to random enemies 4 times, inflicts stun for 0.5 seconds. Sacred Blessing applied along with this effect has an extended duration. Sacred Blessing is another amazing thing with a big damage boost that includes true damage as well. There's crazy stuff in his kit that can power him up. He increases his attack. Attack is God in this game. Launcher of Realms. He has Radiant Erosion. This is damage over time. Pratus is a total god in Arbiter of Frost. I guess we can take a peek of that shortly. He turns, actually, if you look on Global, let's talk about it now. Why not? We're all over the place. I'm very tired. If we look here, in the Arbiter Frost, he turns Alistair into the #1 damage dealer in the game. So if we go to Arbiter Frost, shout it to Red Powder, a total fiend. He was willing to put a Soul Stone into his Alistair to get this. And this was all on the back of Pratus, right? Get the A1 Alistair, 126 million damage. This is by far the most a single hero I think has done from what I've seen. Yeah, there's a Praetus at 104. There's a Nye, my favorite hero, at 100. A Nye at 119. So some people have put up some big numbers, but I mean, this combination of Praetus and Alistair, crazy. He literally shines in all content. God in Styx, God in Arbiter Frost, right? Total God in actually all 3 gear raids. Total beast in Void Rift. He is good at everything. He's the best hero in the game, and he's getting a banner. So that is shocking. Very quick on Lugaru. He was fine, and then he just had a big buff. I think this was like the end of January patch, so what was called like the February update for global. I don't know if it happened first on Forerunner. I think it probably happened at the same time. He got way better. He's got cool stuff in his kit, a nice uptime on bleed. He hits crazy hard. He's got this lethal strike thing. Again, we're not doing a full guide. That can come later. If you want to see me break him down a bit more and use him, I just put out a video today, actually. My other video today actually features Lugaru, now that I think about it, where I went to Jagig's account because he pulled him, and this guy's awesome. But bleed, tons of damage, really nice physical damage dealer. Synergizes really well as both a Nightmare unit and a Chaotic unit, which are his 2 factions. He's just tremendous, increasing in damage as HP goes down. The whole thing you'd expect out of a bit of chaos. He's even super viable in the arena because he gets a big damage boost. Incredible for single target in the arena. He's got this lethal strike thing, 320% damage when it hits. Great stuff. The cooldown is being manipulated by the ult. Again, this is not a guide on them, and I want this video to be nice and short. We're already over 7 minutes. I really want it to be short. I'm just saying, incredible Ancient exclusive hero, best hero in the game. They are getting a banner on Forerunner. So what does this mean? Potentially it means, holy crap, they need money quick. I think what it actually is, if you guys don't know, ByteDance is selling Moonton. So don't freak out. This has been around for months now, I think since like November. I think Ivy had a great video covering it. People asked me to cover it, but I hadn't been in the space that long. I didn't think I was equipped to cover it. The gist of it is, though, I do have a master's in international finance. If you didn't know, fun little fact about me. These companies, like, they're holding companies, right? They have a collection of assets, and those assets are other companies and other, business assets that they feel free to move around. And for some reason, they want to get out of the video game space, the gaming space, and they're moving on from this asset. So I think it's really likely they want to get some cash coming in left, right, and center to make these assets seem more appealing. I don't think it means it's the end of the game. But also, it's like they feel like they have to do it. So it's something, right? Because it's crazy to put him on a banner. I think it's crazy. I was starting to think, are they even going to be willing to put Valderon on a banner? To be fair, they did Valderon on a Forerunner banner, and he has not come yet to global. The fact that they're doing this now, only like a month after, it's 2 months after the Valderon banner, it makes me think that they're super comfortable with it and they're open to it. So it's something, and I think we should all take note on global. And now let's get to the big reason I wanted to talk about this, because let's be honest, I focus on global server. That's where most of us play. I also say big shout out to Arcturus and of course Seamus, my Forerunner inside scoopers, for turning me on to this crazy stuff. But a lot of us have been waiting for Valderon and been stockpiling and have been wanting to skip many ancient banners. I've been saving for about 2 months. I've been able to save up a lot because we've had 2 codexes. I still have more to get from this codex, like another 7 or something. Codexes, and when you're endgame, you get a lot more. But a lot of us have been saving. I've skipped like 4 ancient summonings in a row or something. I will keep holding because I'm holding for Valderon. I think a lot of people now, and that's why I want to get the news out as soon as possible. A lot of people are going to be holding not just for Valderon, but maybe holding for Pratus, because it seems like it is officially, it's decidedly in the realm of possibility. Is it going to happen? I don't know. But also, of course it's going to happen at some point. Now that we know they've already coded it into the game, it's in the Forerunner game file, right? It exists. They don't act on everything, but they're setting a precedent that I think they will fall in step with. I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think it's a big deal. I think they're going to make a ton of money when it does hit. There's a lot of people, some of the biggest whales in the game, right, that do not have A5 Pratus. I actually think there's only 1 A5 Pratus in the game. If we look around here, let's go to Arbiter Frost. We got A0, A0, A2, A3, A1. You might be thinking having that all is crazy, but for these guys, I bet you all of them want him A5. It's going to be dollar bills, like no question about it. So think about this when it comes to saving. I will have my Should You Summon live Q&A tomorrow night. with regard to, we have our normal 2Xs that happen nearly every weekend, but we have a nice 10X on Toror. But to me, I'll just give you the inside, my first opinion now, this is the most obvious skip of all time. Torador, you can get him from a gold summon, you can get him from a blue summon, you can get him on an ancient summon where you're going for a different rate up hero. Clearly, at this point, you need to save for the Praetuses of the world, the Valderons of the world. I mean, he's good, but Wrath is a fine lord. Why would you ever? He's good. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but Pratus is probably going to get a banner in the near-ish future. So I'm hopeful that this means Valderon's coming soon, because I'm not going to save for the Pratus banner. People give me enough of a hard time about the heroes I have already, and quite frankly, I just think Valderon's the coolest guy ever. He's like a one-man wrecking crew for exactly the kind of content I want him for. Go check out my Valderon guide. But it had to be reported on that Pratus is getting a banner. Very weird. They announced it 2 days before it was happening. But more and more, maybe this is how we'll end it, it seems like they're treating Forerunner as the testing ground that it probably should be at this point. I think that's probably hard to hear for Forerunner players, but I've spoken with a lot of Forerunner players, and it does feel like the devs are leaving Forerunner behind slightly. And one thing they're doing well, besides, I think they're neglecting them, and I don't think that's cool, but they are at least trying things out and treating it as something that foreruns big global releases. So maybe this is to see. I think they'll probably make a ton of money on Forerunner too. And then eventually it's going to come here. It looks like the best hero in the game is going to get 10X. Mr. Pratus, the Chubster. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Share it with your mother. I've been Fastidious. See you real soon.
Fastidious.